What's up, my warriors? How's everybody doing? It's your buddy, Mr. Stanger here. Just thought I'd stop in and help you guys out a little bit. Well, if you're watching this, you've probably completed Yellow Book assignment number 1, or the guided notes as it's known on here. That means that you've gone on to Nearpod, you've read through the ebook a little bit, you've taken notes, and now you're ready for me to kind of help you guys out a little bit. Now, in order for me to help you guys, I want you guys to write these notes down that I'm putting on the board. So pull out a piece of paper, open a Google Doc, whatever you're more comfortable with, and then we'll go from there. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk about today is market segmentation. Market segmentation is the process of taking one big market and splitting it into smaller pieces by grouping people by shared or similar attributes. Now, there's different kinds of attributes or different kinds of segmentation that we can actually sort these people by. We're going to go through those 4 super quick. Now, if I'm going too fast, please feel free to pause me so that you can go back and listen to it as well. But let's go over these 4 types. To show you how to do market segmentation, I'm going to draw a target. The reason that I'm doing this is because through market segmentation, or through these kinds of things that we're going to talk about, you're going to create a target market. Now, what I want you to have on your notes about a target market, these are like the prime people that you're actually spending your money to talk to. Now, marketing has to be focused on the target market in order to succeed. If not, a lot of the time you waste your money. These kinds of segmentations are as follows. We have demographics, geographics, psychographics. Whoa, that's bad. I probably spelled this wrong. Use the spelling that's in the actual book. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at spelling off the top of my head. And the last one is referred to as something different in the book, but what I want you to have it in your actual notes as is behavioral. Now, using these 4 kinds of segmentation, we can create a target market. Demographics is going to be one of the most important ones that you look at. This is going to be measurable statistics. When I say measurable statistics, examples of this could be income, age. You could honestly measure like gender, and when I say that, you're like, how do you measure gender? I can tell you how many people are of male or female or non-binary in an area just by doing a simple like search, right? I can tell you if it applies to certain types of genders. The next one that we're going to talk about is going to be geographics. Geographics is big onto the where. Where are my customers located? Are they going to be in rural areas? Are they going to be in cities? It can also deal with climate. That's something I'd put in your notes. Climate is a big thing about geographics. I'm probably not going to sell or market skiing equipment to someone who lives in Hawaii. Why? There's not a big demand for skiing equipment there based off of their geographics. Weather, climate, where they're located, what kind of city it is. Things like that can all be included in geographics. Psychographics are going to be their interests. When I say interests, if someone's not interested in hockey, I'm probably not going to want to market a hockey puck towards them. If someone has no desire in being athletic, I'm probably not going to sell an athletic shoe, marketing it towards them. This is what they actually like and want to do. It's their personality. It's what they are, their being. How does what they're interested in affect it? A ton. Now, the last one is going to be behavioral. The thing that I want to focus on with this is rate of use. Now, the reason that I say rate of use is because it's one of the key things that companies, when they do marketing, are actually focusing on. Let's give the example of Starbucks right now. So Starbucks, when's the last time you actually saw them advertise on national television? When's the last time you heard them actually advertise on radio? They don't do it, in all honesty. And the reason for that is because they spend all of their money focused on behavioral segmentation directly towards their target market. The way that you get marketed to, if you're a big Starbucks fan, is through their app, through signing up for their email list, through their customer loyalty programs. Their whole goal is to get people that continually shop with them to continually gain benefits from their company. They don't care if you randomly buy a coffee here and there. That's not who they're after. They're after the people that buy there all the time. Now, some of you guys are like, well, what about the companies that market to everybody? Some might have a broader target market, but in order to have a more successful marketing scheme, it's important that you know what these are and you know how to actually segment your market. Now, for your assignment that's going to be attached in week 1, you're going to actually create a primary and a secondary target market for the warrior window. It'll explain it on your assignment. I'm not going to do it now because I'm going to give you a couple more notes. Okay. The next thing that I want to talk about, let me erase this stuff super fast, are the 4 P's of marketing, also known as the marketing mix. The 4 P's of marketing, the marketing mix. It all starts out with a product. Products, to kind of help you guys out, involve what it is, what it's made out of, which can also be kind of considered quality. The marketing of a product, or the 4 P's of marketing, can be all about what it's made out of. A lot of times when you hear like infomercials, they'll be like, this stainless steel blade can cut through everything. That's using what it's made out of or the quality of the product to actually market it. It's a great idea and it works a lot. Now, the next P is going to be place. The way that you can think of place, where can I buy it? And a big D, distribution. How does it get to me? Look at that punctuation. Do you see that? I'm pretty good at that. So where can I buy it and distribution? Now, place can also be considered where in the store is it placed. Now, I want you to think about it. The last time you were in a grocery store line and you saw something right next to the check stand, do you automatically think of it as different than if you saw it on an end cap farther into the store? I can tell you that I do. Where it's placed in the store is huge. Where it's sold, say that I make a shirt and I want to sell it to the general public. And I have to decide, am I going to sell it to Walmart or am I going to sell it at Walmart or am I going to sell it at Nordstrom's? The places that you decide to actually allow to sell your product is a huge part of marketing. It gives a different image to your product based on where you're actually selling it, not only inside of the store, but what stores overall. Distribution is another big thing, as some products you can only buy in store, others you can buy online. Are you available on Amazon? Are you available this way? Distribution is a huge thing that has to do with marketing. Okay, next one. Price. What does it cost me to get? Whoa, I can't spell, sorry. And what do I sell it for? One thing that I also want to add on the bottom here is psychological pricing. The idea of psychological pricing, we'll discuss a lot more later on, but to kind of give you an idea of what it is, think about it this way. The last time you bought a 99-cent item, were you like, oh my gosh, I didn't even spend $1. It was such great value. You probably did. To put it a little bit differently too, say that you're buying a car and it's listed as $9,999.99. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm not even going to spend $10K on this. It's the best deal ever. And they're doing exactly what they want you to. You're viewing it psychologically as something else. When you tell someone what you just spent on that car, you're more likely to say, I spent $9,000 on it than 10. Even though the only difference between 10,000 and what you spent is a penny. The way that our minds work with psychological pricing is anything that has an odd number, like a 5, a 7, a 9, at the end of the price, we think of it almost as a deal. We think that we're making a great deal, that it's on sale, things like that. And we view the value as different than we would if it's just $10 or $10,000. Okay? Price is a huge part of marketing. The last one that we're going to talk about, product, price, place, promotion. The things I want you to have on this. Promotion is any form of communication that is trying to inform, persuade, or remind you about the product or service that they're trying to get you to buy. Now that means when you go and you talk to your friend and you're like, hey, I went to Zeppi's last night and it was so delicious, I want to go there again. Is that a form of promotion? You bet it is, because is it informing, persuading, or reminding you to go there? Yeah, it is. Is it one that they paid for? No, but word of mouth can be one of the most effective forms of actual promotion. There's promotion that we pay for, like advertising on TV or radio. Everything that involves informing, persuading, or reminding you about a product or service makes it so that you can actually say that promotion is happening. Now, the 4 P's of marketing are trying to address 2 different things. They're trying to make us realize that they're fulfilling 2 different things: our needs and our wants. Everything that you've ever bought in life is to fulfill one of these 2 things, either a need or a want. If you don't believe that, talk to me. We'll have a conversation. But everything that you've ever bought is for you to either fulfill a need or a want. And what that does in the end is it makes one happy customer. Okay? The 4 P's of marketing is the basics of everything marketing, and you will use this time and time again in this class. Please, please, please make sure that you have these in your notes. The last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be research, or market research to be more exact. Market research is you actually figuring out more about your target market. There are 2 major kinds of research that I want you to know about, or 2 kinds of data that you obtain from research. One is primary, one is secondary. Primary research and primary data means that you're actually the ones that are creating it or finding it. It means that I actually went out and I did a survey and I found out that X, Y, and Z does X, Y, and Z, right? It's also saying that I could go and I could observe someone and watch myself. That would be primary research. It's something that I found out for myself, and the data, therefore, is primary data. Secondary is the exact opposite. It means that someone else has done it for you. It means you Googled it. It means you've researched in sales journals. It means you've done something to find someone else's work and learn about your target market. Are these both necessary? Very, very, very necessary. Are they both effective? Yes, they are. Now, for your assignment, make sure that you know what these are for sure, because we're going to be using them for your assignment that's attached. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you're doing well. Please let me know if I can help you at all. You're more than welcome to send me emails too. You can send it right here, kystanger at wsd.net. All right, Warriors, you have a good one.